Hello. Let's consider this particular question. All right. School WASSCE in Nigeria 2024 question 9, core mathematics. And I know this question will be so much helpful to Ghanaian students who are about to write their WASSCE in August and then September. Okay. So the question is, the diameter of a circle center O is 26 centimeters. If a chord PQ is drawn such that it is 5 centimeters from O to the center of the chord A. So recalculate, correct to the nearest whole number, the A, angle POQ, B, area of the minor segment formed by the chord PQ. So you can see that this question is on mensuration. Alright, and looking at the nature of the question did not tell us to draw the diagram, but it is necessary we draw the diagram so that we can answer the question very well. So let's draw our circles, talking about circle. Okay, so we have our circle. And it said the diameter of a circle center O. So the center of the circle is O. Is O, alright. If PQ is drawn such that, so if a chord, so PQ is a chord. So let me draw my chord here. PQ, what is a chord? A chord is a line drawn from one end of the circumference to the other end of the circumference. Okay, straight line. When it passes through the center, it becomes a diameter. Okay. And it said that if a chord PQ is drawn, so chord PQ is drawn, such that it is 5 centimeters from O. It is 5 centimeters from O to the center of the chord. So it means that from O here to the center of the chord is 5 centimeters. Alright. So it means that the line divides the chord into 2. Alright. Then because we are given diameter, we can get a radius here, and we can also get another radius also here. Alright, we were given diameter as what? Our diameter is 26 centimeters. So we can say our radius is 26 out of 2, and that will give us 13 centimeters. So here will be 13 centimeters, and then here will also be 13 centimeters. So when you look at it, we have been able to put all the dimensions at the diagram there. Our radius is 13, and our radius here is also 13. From the center to the chord is also 5 centimeters. So let me label here as my R, alright? And what we should notice that from the center to the chord, the straight line will be perpendicular to the chord, okay? It becomes the height of the triangle. It will be perpendicular to the chord. So this becomes a right angle triangle, and this also becomes a right angle triangle. Because if here is 90 degrees, then here will also be 90 degrees. Angle on a straight line add up to what? 180. So a right angle triangle is a triangle which one of the interior angles is what? 90 degrees. And here is also a right angle triangle. Okay. And because this line divides the chord into 2, then here will be the same as here. Okay. So the question is telling us to calculate angle POQ. Angle POQ. So POQ is here. Okay, so this is my angle POQ. Okay, so because we have right angle triangle here, then I can apply what my trigonometric ratio, the SOHCAHTOA. Okay, and then I'll find one of the angles and multiply by 2, so that I get the entire angle POQ. Okay, so let me call here beta, so that I calculate for the angle beta. Then when I multiply by 2, because this right angle is the same as this, then it means that this angle here will be the same as this angle. So that when I multiply by 2, I get the entire angle POQ. So looking at where the angle is, what can I use to? If the angle is here, this side will be adjacent, and this side will be what? Hypotenuse. So I'll use what? Cos. So cos beta is going to be adjacent on hypotenuse. Okay, so adjacent on hypotenuse, 13. Okay, so from my right angle triangle POR, then I can say that cos beta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Then what is my beta? My beta is going to be cos inverse of 5 out of 13. Cos inverse of 5 out of 13. And what is cos inverse of 5 out of 13? So let's come to the calculator. Cos inverse of 5 over 13 is going to give us 67.38. So my beta is 67 67.38 degrees. Okay, so the angle here is 67.38 degrees. But the question in the first place was asking us to calculate angle POQ. Angle POQ. Okay, so angle POQ is the entire angle. So since I've been able to calculate for this angle, then what it means is that if I multiply by 2, I'll get angle POQ. Therefore, my angle POQ is going to be 2 times 67.38 degrees. 2 times 67.38 degrees. And let's see, use our calculator. 2 times 67.38 will give us 134.76 degrees. 134.76 degrees. So our angle POQ is 134.76 degrees. All right. But looking at the requirement of the question asks us to calculate correct to the nearest whole number. Then it means that to the nearest whole number we get 135 degrees. That is to the nearest whole number. I believe it is clear. So let's go quickly and then we answer the B. Okay, the area of the minor segment formed by the chord PQ. All right. So we have an angle. Let's put the angle there because we will need the angle to calculate the minor segment. So our angle POQ is 134.76 degrees. So let's leave the diagram and then we clear here. Okay. Okay. So now we can answer the B part. All right. The B part, the area of the minor segment formed by the chord PQ. What is a segment? Okay. A segment, we can say that a segment is, or a segment consists of an arc and then a chord, an arc and a chord. All right. An arc and a chord. So when you look at the circle there, we have our chord here. And then the upper part of the chord is also a segment, and the lower part here is also a segment. But the question is asking now of the minor segment. So the side which is smaller will be here. So we have our minor segment where I have shaded. All right. So that is where our minor segment is. And we are calculating the area of a minor segment. So let's see. In reality, a segment doesn't have a formula. But what helps us is that we can see a segment in a sector. So when we remove sector POQ, see, POQ, okay, this is the sector POQ that I have removed. So our chord will be here. And then we'll get our minor segment here. All right, so this is why we have our minor segment here. So when you look at the entire sector, a sector is a portion of the area of the circle formed or bounded by 2 radii. So there is a sector, here is 13 centimeters, here is 13 centimeters. Okay, and our angle is this, the 134.76 degrees. I think it is better to use this than to use the converted value to the nearest whole number. Okay, so for the accuracy of our answer. So this is the angle at the center. Okay, so when we want to calculate the area of this segment, because the segment is found in a sector, then we calculate the area of the sector. Then we take off the area of what? The triangle. So when we remove the triangle from there, the segment will be left. So that is how we are going to use to calculate for the area of what? Of the minor segment. So we can say that area of the minor segment, okay, is equal to area of the sector or the minor sector minus area of the triangle. Very good. So the sector, if we have the minor sector and then the upper part here becomes the major sector. So the area of the minor segment is the area of the minus sector minus the area of the triangle when the triangle is taken off. Okay, so what is the area of a sector, minor sector? So area of a sector is, you look at the angle the sector subtend at the center of the circle, divided by 360 times pi r square, because the sector is a portion of the area of the circle. So we have theta on 360 times pi r square minus what is the area of the triangle. So with a triangle, when you know the angle, okay, here, and then you know the exact adjacent to the included angle, then what we can say that the area of the triangle can be calculated by half times this sine of the angle. So half r square, radius times radius, sine theta, where the theta is the angle at the center of the circle. All right. Well, as time goes on, I'll take you through why the area of a triangle becomes this, because we know the area of a triangle is half base times height, but it's the same thing. Okay, now let's calculate what is the angle at the center. 134.76 divided by 360 times 22/7 pi times 13 squared minus half times 13 squared times sine 134.76. So we have this. All right. So the pi, if you are not giving pi in the question, you can use 22 out of 7. So now let's calculate our area of a sector, and then we subtract the area of the triangle. So now let's come to our calculator and do the calculation. Okay, so we have area of a sector as 134.76 divided by 360 times pi times r squared, 13 squared, and that will give us 198.8245 minus area of the triangle, which is half 13 square times sine 134.76, which will give us 60.0003. Okay, I'm writing my answer in 4 decimal places because of the accuracy of our answer. All right, so now let's do the subtraction. 198.8245 minus 60.0003. 60.0003. Okay, that will give us 138.8215 centimeters squared. 188.824 minus 60.0000. Okay, the zeros are 3. All right, so 138.82, sorry, 4242 centimeters squared. 8242 centimeter squared. So this is the answer that we have. Centimeter squared because it is an area, and the question requires that we should what? Calculate to the nearest whole number. So to the nearest whole number will give us 139 centimeters squared. 139 centimeters squared. I believe this is understood and you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much. Bye bye.